so part of up here, time is always of a premium. You get pulled in all these different directions. Arguably the most important couple of weeks of an appropriator is the markup. But a lot of folks talk about trade and talk about the importance of trade. It's the first thing, easy to say, easy to talk. But it's another thing to talk the talk. It's another thing to walk the walk. And that's exactly what I've tried to do, is view it through the lens of bringing people together, bringing countries together, realizing that what happens in our neighbor Mexico impacts Texas and certainly the United States in a very real way. And also, things aren't just going to happen on their own. They're not just going to fall in your lap. Things aren't just going to solve themselves. You got to go out and you got to work it and figure out what the obstacles are. I viewed it through the lens of, yes, my district's important, 23rd District of Texas, 800 miles of the southern border. I have ports in Eagle Pass, in Del Rio, in Presidio, in Tornillo, in El Paso. But I also view it through the importance of other ports, whether that's in Texas, in the Valley, Laredo, other places, or whether that's across the country, whether it's in Arizona, whether it's in California. All of it is interconnected. What happens in one place certainly impacts the other. What I've found, though, is while American politics is complicated, try Mexican politics. And many people don't understand that world, nor do they care to understand that world. It is so foreign to them that they don't even want to dive into it. And I get it. I understand why. But you have to understand both worlds in order to figure out where the roadblocks are, and ultimately get things over the finish line. It's why I traveled to Mexico City, and I had to sit down with President López Obrador a few months ago. I thought that was very productive. And I'm sure we're going to talk about some of the different issues that we face, but it's also why I traveled to Monterrey and I sat down with business leaders there, and just all of it is just very much interconnected. But once again, y'all live this world. You understand this world. There's many people that do not. They don't understand it. And from a political standpoint, it's easy to beat up our neighbors. You see it. We do it all the time. We beat up our neighbors. We blame them for everything that's wrong. And guess what? They do too. López Obrador gets on his morning podcast, and you can't miss when you're blaming the gringos for everything that's wrong with Mexico. So it's this two-way street, and that's a lot of fun. That's good politics, but that doesn't make for good policy. And in a district like ours, it's important, and it's important for us to cut through that and deliver real tangible results.